welcome to another episode of Vision Care Hearing Solutions podcast series. Today we have a very special guest. We have Dr. Maureen Tomasiula, Senior International Trainer for Oticon. Okay, Oticon is one of the leading hearing aid manufacturers in the whole world. Okay, so today we have the Senior International Trainer here to talk with us about something very special. We're going to talk about an unseen wonder. So, hello, Dr. Maureen. So, shall we talk about this unseen wonder?
Very happy to. Thank you for having me. Oticon Zeal is the name of the product. Zeal meaning enthusiasm, excitement. And we are super excited about this product because it answers so many needs and it's something totally new. It's the world's first. But we talk about it as an unseen wonder for two reasons. One, because it's designed not to be seen in the ear, which many people prefer. They want it to be very discreet. And we also think of it as being unseen because we haven't seen anything like this in the entire industry. This is actually a world's first that was only introduced back in November.
Oh, so how small is Oticon Zeal compared to other traditional hearing aids?
That's a good question. Let me show you. So Zeal is a type of hearing aid designed to fit in the ear. So this is one that's custom made here, actually.
Yeah, I think we've had those for quite some time.
Right.
Yes.
And they're still comfortable and people like them because they are made custom for their ear. But we've also been making our behind the ear styles of hearing aids much smaller and more discreet over the time because now we have a very, very thin tube. So it's in the ear, it's very invisible practically. It's just, you just see it behind the ear. So to keep it comfortable.
This actually is one of the most popular models in Sri Lanka. Like I would say about 80% of the population wears this.
And we see the same thing around the world. This style has become very popular because it's light, it's comfortable, and it's not very visible. But what's different about the new Zeal is that we've made it even smaller.
Oh, you have
Oh,
This is made. It's made to fit about 60 to 70% of people's ears. It was made after testing it on over 1,500 ears to get the right shape and size and curvature of the hearing aid for people. But what makes this hearing aid so unique is that not just that it's small and not visible, but it has this part here, which we usually call it pull-out string. This is also an antenna, so it gives us Bluetooth connectivity in the ear. And this hearing aid is rechargeable, which we don't see in the other custom styles. So we have some new features that have a lot of benefits for patients.
I mean, that doesn't look anything like we've seen ever.
No.
yes.
How do you have a new hearing aid category for it?
Sure.
Or like, is it an in the ear? Is it a?
It's really we call it a in the ear, but again, when you compare size, it's very, very small.
Yes.
So it's got a new category that we call NXT. But I mean, that's just the name we like to call it. But for patients, we want them to know the name Zeal.
Zeal.
Okay.
Oticon.
So this is another completely in the ear hearing aid, right?
Yes, yes.
So what is special about it and who benefits from it?
Well, this can benefit most people's hearing loss from a mild to moderate degree of hearing loss.
Okay.
So it fits a wide range of people. Of course, we want it to fit physically into the ear. That's why we've tested it. It took over 5 years to develop this product to make sure it was also very comfortable. But the other thing is important is that this is the first hearing aid of this style and size that also includes the Bluetooth connectivity and rechargeability in one small device. Very small.
Time users are going to love this because people are reluctant to wear hearing aid just because of the size. So I think this would be a great. I mean, wow.
Sure. And even in my ear, and I have a very small ear. Get that in
And
there.
we could barely see it when you
Yeah.
were wearing it,
There we go.
actually. It kind of resembles like the ear canal, just looks
Right.
like a black hole.
Right.
So,
And that's why we make it black. So it doesn't scream something is in your ear. A lot of people wear earbuds for listening to music or taking phone calls, and they're way, way bigger than this.
I
And this has so much more functionality. I mean, really changing people's lives, improving the quality of their life so that they can have more enjoyment, more communication, and be more relaxed with their friends and family.
Yeah, so you said that it has rechargeability.
Yes.
That's a game changer. I think this is the first time that I hear this small hearing aid has rechargeability, right?
yeah,
This is the charger.
Wow.
So just put it there at night. Just let it be.
Is it a travel charger?
Is
It is because you can actually plug it in and it will store up to 3 days worth of charging at least.
Wow.
And then take it with you, take it to work, take it on a
so
vacation.
it's like a power bank.
It's a power bank, but it's all very small and all concrete.
So no tiny batteries. People are scared to go for in-the-ear devices because the battery size is very
so small.
and especially for elderly people
Exactly.
with dexterity issues.
What's really great is it only takes 2 hours of charging for a full 20 hours of usage.
Oh, wow.
And if you have a really long day or a busy day, maybe you're on the phone a lot, so you're using more of the Bluetooth, 15 minutes of charging gives you 4 more hours of use for the day. So it's really convenient and easy to take with you and just to live your life.
Wow. And I'll say that it's eco-friendly as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
So it's
Very.
not just smaller, it's simpler, right?
Yes, it's very simple.
Okay.
But what's inside of it when you think about it is it's amazing because we have great noise reduction. We have artificial intelligence developed inside for this hearing aid, so it has much better ability to enhance speech and control and reduce the noise. So we don't want to take the sounds of life away from you. You still need to hear everything around you, people talking behind you, but we really would focus a lot more on speech than we could ever do before, and we do that with the ability through artificial intelligence that's been trained and designed to put into this hearing aid.
So AI is also in this small thing.
Yes.
How
Yes.
did you guys manage to put it all together in such a small device?
It's an entirely new way of manufacturing.
Okay.
Everything inside of here is encapsulated. You might remember the movie Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah,
way back
yes.
where they had the I think it was mosquitoes and
Mosquito
stuff
in the
and the
amber?
amber. Well, that's everything is here is encapsulated, so nothing is getting into it, including moisture or perspiration from humid weather. So everything is all self-contained. So everything, and it's made a whole new way to keep everything very, very small. But again, what's inside of it is amazing. It even has an accelerometer that you have like in your smartwatch, not my smartwatch.
Okay.
But so you can tap it and answer your phone calls. So it knows when it's being tapped. So it's got a lot of really great benefits for the patient to make life easy.
Well, what really caught my ear is the fact that it's because it's encapsulated, it's protected from the elements. And it's one of the biggest problems we have in Sri Lanka is sweat and moisture.
Of course.
And so that's quite impressive. Yeah.
And we know that's very important because a lot of the world has that same concerns about humidity and perspiration. We want the hearing aid to last, a good number of years for you and not break down. And you can feel very confident that the hearing aid is very durable, even though it's very small.
I do want to segue just a little bit because, some people do claim that hearing aids are waterproof. And then there's what we say that our hearing aids are water resistant.
Right.
Can there be a hearing aid that's actually waterproof?
To make a hearing aid waterproof, we have to make it a lot bigger.
Yeah.
This hearing aid, there's an international rating for all kinds of electronics, your cell phone, cameras, called IP, ingress protection. So this has the highest ingress protection rating. The first number is a 6 for dust, for very, very small particles. Dust, very fine things, powders. Sand is not that small, but we don't want sand getting in them. And then the second number is 8, and that's for the highest level of water resistance. So this hearing aid has been tested and evaluated. It can be in a meter of water for up to an hour. You take it out, dry it, let it dry, and it will still continue to work.
So accidentally getting it wet in the rain or,
Jumping in the shower. People forget because it's so comfortable. They forget that they're wearing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Yeah, just getting back to the earlier point, like this has Bluetooth connectivity.
Yes.
Okay. And can users take phone calls and
Exactly. People wear those big clunky, black things in their ears to answer phones. Well, now I can hear everything through my hearing aid because of the Bluetooth connectivity to my Android or my iPhone. So it's very easy to connect. And then you can even adjust your hearing aids through the phone. But of course, you can take phone calls. You can listen to streaming. Of course, you could be listening to music and no one knows you're listening. So, in terms of your daily life, again, adding more convenience. Don't have to worry about your hearing aid when you want to have a phone call or you're on a Zoom call or you're at work or anything.
That is what I was thinking. In Sri Lanka, like lots of children, like they live abroad and the parents live here, and they connect with them through WhatsApp calls, Zoom
Yeah.
calls. They hear their grandchildren's voice through, like, these are precious moments. So
Oh, yeah.
unless they have this Bluetooth connectivity, they will have to speak on speakerphone.
Right.
And maybe
that's so
still,
true.
and this, I'm sure that this will add a lot of,
Value.
values to
Yeah,
it.
it will.
And so much convenience. People just don't know that it's available. I mean, we've had the Bluetooth connectivity in our larger hearing aids, but never in something like this unless they were much larger. And now again, having it in such a small device like Zeal, like you said, it's extra convenience. It's letting them live their life, do the things that they normally like to do without having to think about it.
Yeah, like most of the executives, like the professionals, they're
Yeah.
reluctant to go for hearing aids because of these issues. And when they have this in very small package with Bluetooth connectivity, rechargeability, why would they, like, delay the decision? They can go for it.
Yeah. I mean, if my phone were ringing here, I would
Yeah.
hear it ringing in my ear. I would just tap my ear like that, two taps,
answer.
and answer my phone call and continue to talk because this will pick up my voice, send it to my phone, send it to their phone. So again, super convenient.
I think that we've always had to compromise on one thing or the other when we were recommending hearing aids. If it was too small, then they couldn't have rechargeability or connectivity. If it was too big or behind the ear, then, the cosmetic concern was not addressed.
Exactly.
So this seems to have all of the check boxes just ticked off for us.
That was so important.
Without announcing it to the world. Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was so important when we developed Zeal because we had so many great features and benefits in our other hearing aids, but to be able to put them, like you said, in something very small that will be very attractive to many people and give them all the benefits that they're looking for, like you said, without compromise.
Yeah, and another special thing that I've heard about this is same-day fit.
Yes, yes.
Traditionally, custom-made hearing aids, it's
We have to wait.
Right. For something like this, which is custom made and certainly very comfortable,
Yeah.
doesn't have quite as many features, but we need to take an ear mold impression. That takes a few weeks to have this custom made for that patient. But the way we developed Zeal was that it's designed to fit the majority of people with a mild to moderate hearing loss, with that you can take it home with you. We just picked the right size little dome, silicone dome on the end to make it comfortable and fit nicely in your ear, and you're ready to go. Now, some people might want a more custom mold on the end, or they may have a more severe hearing loss. Then we can still take an impression, but you can still take it home and come back in a few weeks and get that extra mold added on. So we have several options for that. But yes, I mean, people don't normally think to go into a shop and be able to take it home the same day. But it's exciting because when you've made that decision to move forward and to try something to make your life easier, to make your communication easier, you kind of wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And
They
if you
walk
can,
in
Right.
disconnected and they go out with
Yeah.
everything.
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
I think in Sri Lanka to have something made from Denmark, it took us at least 1 month to get it down. And that's a long time to wait. And
the decisions, they deter
Yeah.
time. and
Sure,
they
sure.
wait.
Yeah, because now these are available in stock at your offices, coming with a charger and everything ready to go.
It's wonderful. So one more thing, like I have a list of questions for you. So even though it's ready to fit, okay, you can take it same day. But how important is proper programming?
Extremely important because, of course, every person is unique. Even someone who has the same hearing loss, their needs are different. Their desires, their experiences are different. So it's extremely important that these are properly programmed by the professionals here at Hearing Care. to make sure that the hearing aid is giving them the right amount of amplification, that the sound is comfortable. And then we also, I know you like to have them come back so we can do any fine tuning after they had more time to experience it at home. So it's very simple and easy to put in your ear, but we want to make sure, just like glasses, it has to have a prescription for your individual needs.
Yes, why I'm asking this is we see the same type of like hearing aids available to buy online, right?
Oh yeah, like the
Oh.
OTC ones, which are, ready. Yes, one day fit and all of that. But I think we need to be clear as to what makes this different from an OTC device. It's not a custom made hearing aid, but it is customized to that person's
Very
hearing
much.
loss and how important that is.
I mean, think about a sound equalizer that people often adjust for stereo music listening. This hearing aid has, I believe, 20 or 24 channels that can be adjusted. Again, also looking at the person's audiogram, but also looking at the sound quality and what works well for them. We have special features like a sudden sound stabilizer to reduce the impact and the kind of the maybe discomfort sometimes of some loud sudden sounds that may occur around you, that it's so fast that this hearing aid can react to it, so you're not hearing those sounds as uncomfortable. So we want to know all these different things about the patient so that the hearing aid is truly a very personalized fitting.
It's true. Okay. So if someone is delaying their decision just because of the visibility and all these things, what is your message for them?
Zeal is a really exciting product, and we're so happy to be able to bring it here to Sri Lanka and other parts of the world, so your patients have a lot more choices. They have several different options here. We believe this will work so well for so many people who've been looking for something that's very discreet, that has the Bluetooth, has the ease and convenience of rechargeability, and that they can just put in there and forget about it because it's so light. And so convenient to use. So, and also the sound quality. It's all about sound quality. I mean, if it looks great, good, but it has to sound great too.
So true.
Like, do you think that after wearing this, the visibility, because nobody can see this, will it change the behavior of the people? Do you think that it'll impact the self-confidence and like what we see, like especially among people with hearing impairment, they are very reluctant to go into the society. They are reluctant to, like, they don't grab opportunities.
That's
Right?
true. They
So
hold
do you
themselves
think
back.
that this particular hearing aid would make a difference?
Well, I think it certainly draws people in because it's so small and so unique. But as you just mentioned, the fact that it doesn't draw attention to your hearing. It lets you be you to participate much more easily, much more clearly with your friends and family or your coworkers, to go do the things that you'd like to do, not have to depend on your family to hear things for you. But the fact that the size is so small that, again, helps to reduce some of that stigma that people have concerns about. Like, people see it in my ear, they think less of me, they think I'm not capable. We know those aren't true, but we want to make people feel more comfortable to themselves. You have to feel comfortable, and that certainly gives you a lot more
I
confidence.
think that's the most important thing,
Yeah, the
right?
mental barrier of stigma that people have.
Yeah, I like the word you used.
Self-confidence.
Confidence, right? Confidence to get back out there and into life, and no one's going to notice. I mean, look at that thing, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to be fiddling with it. You just because they adjust automatically, so you're not constantly worrying about, oh, do I need to change something? I mean, you have a lot of access with the app in your phone if you want to make some changes too at home or at work. But again, that confidence, the convenience, just put it in and go and know it will do what you need it to do.
Yes, I would definitely say this is an unseen wonder.
Yeah, I almost wish they had called it a wonder because, wonder, but Zeal has a lot of enthusiasm, and that's really what we hope people will have.
I mean, we never would have thought like 10 years ago in this field that we would have a product like this today to touch, look, and the way it feels. I mean, even if someone saw it or noticed it, no one would say that it's a hearing aid.
Yeah.
looking at the different Bluetooth devices
I was going to
that
say,
people have in
yeah.
their ear.
It's
Just
like,
as a
wow, are
mobile
those the
phone.
newest earbuds?
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen earbuds this small. The funny thing about earbuds, I'll mention, is when people are walking around with earbuds,
Yeah.
usually you think they're listening to something. So you don't know, can you talk to them? Because are they hearing something
Yeah.
else? Can you interrupt them? With this, there's no concern about it. No one's going to say, oh, I can't talk to you because you got something in your ear.
Yeah, okay. So Oticon Zeal.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us today. And we are very excited to launch this product in Sri Lanka. So
Yeah.
very soon, you get to experience this.